Bow, chicka wow wow, chicka wow. What's up, YouTube? Jet Fuel EDC here, and tonight we're gonna go over a little knife porn. So, actually, this is gonna be like a monogamy type thing. We're only gonna go over one knife, and that is the Liong Mah XV. So, what this is Liong Mah's, basically his celebration of 15 years of knife designing and making. He's done some just amazing work. I've only been at this for a couple years, but he has done some phenomenal pieces. I only own a few, but I hope to continue to get more. So what you got here is a stone-washed integral folding knife made out of titanium. As you can see, it's one piece, and that's exactly what integral is. They machined and 3D printed this knife out completely out of one piece of titanium. So as you can see, you have this blue anode pivot, these 3D cutouts here with very, very small cutouts for weight reduction. You have a dedicated lanyard hole, a reversible tip-up pocket clip that is titanium, and it is very strong. The retention on this pocket clip is very strong, very, very strong. They used like a ball bearing, kind of. It's a nice little touch to it. As you can see, it is a frame lock. You have a hardened steel insert to help with the lockup of the knife and to prevent I can't think of what it's called. Over travel? Not over travel. Yeah, I can't think of what it's called. Prevent it from, shifting further over the lock bar, the lock bar. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank right now. As you can see, you have these two backstop screws, pivot stop screws. It's just a beautiful design. It's very cool. They got the XV right here on the back etched in there. You got some grooved, it's almost like jimping. It's, just for grip and texture. You got some jimping up here on the flipper tab and some jimping on the spine of the blade. Yeah. So this action is, just be warned, it's pretty pretty smooth. Very smooth. D10 on it's great. It's a little stiff, but it's nothing that's not manageable. This knife is used, so I would imagine the one that I dealt with at Blade HQ, that was kind of one of the things that kept me from getting it, was the detent. When you were flipping it, it wasn't the most comfortable, but it was very easy to, any aspect of one hand operation. I mean, it was very manageable. It wasn't the most comfortable thing. You weren't gonna sit there and flip it, on and off, on and off, on and off. But now that it is broke in, it's very easy to do that. The sound on this thing is what gets me, and it's just super smooth to open and close. So you have a beautiful S35 VN drop point blade. It almost has this like Tanto curve to it if you look at it right there, it just, the way that they do that, it's one of his things. He's done it on several of his knives. It's just a nice touch. It just looks beautiful. It is a hollow grind, which it's an amazing slicer. It's super sharp. It's crazy sharp. So the grip on it is pretty good. You do get a little bit of hot spots back here. You know, when if you were to squeeze down on this knife, you can kind of feel your hand dipping down into these cutouts. It's not terrible, but it is there. It is noticeable. It's not a deal breaker at all to me. It is, you do have a very, very nice, you're jimping up here on the thumb ramp. So if you need to, you know, use that for extra leverage or, you know, cutting. You do also have a finger choil here. I wouldn't use it because there is no guard. There's nothing protecting you. I mean, you go right up in the danger zone real easy. I don't want to get bit by this blade. I would much rather not. I could see some stitches if you get bit by this blade. So that being said, let's get into a little length here. About 5 1/8 closed. I love that sound. That thing when it opens is just, it's amazing. A little over, just shy of 9 1/4 open, and the blade right at 4, and cutting length is going to be just shy of 4, about 3 7/8. One more time. Let's see what the scale has to say. 4.83. Everything I read says 4.81. As I have noted, my scale is on the Fritz, 137 grams, 136 grams. And now we're reading 4.80. So as you can see, the scale is about shot. I don't know what. It's probably set out here in the summer and the humidity and everything else, but you'll have that. It was a cheap scale. I'm gonna upgrade anyways. Let's get into the likes and dislikes. First, I would have to say my dislikes. I don't really care for these cutouts. I get the function of them. I get it. It was a great idea. It's functional for weight reduction, but comfortable, it's not very comfortable. And they don't match. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no scheme to it. I don't quite understand it. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they could have done a little bit better here. Maybe did carbon fiber inserts or something, you know, if they wanted to get some weight reduction. But it's not terrible. It's not a deal breaker. Still very happy with the knife. The next thing I would have to say would be the pocket clip. The retention on the pocket clip is very, very stiff. Takes a little oomph to get it in and out of the pocket, and it'll rip your jeans up pretty good. I noticed that. Once again, not really a deal breaker, just something I'm nitpicking. The last thing to dislike would have to be the price. This knife goes from, this version of it is, I want to say $475. Then they have another version, which is the hand finished. It's $575, I want to say. and they have a black version, and I want to say it's I got that mixed up. The hand finished is 600, and that black version I think is 575. I'm not 100% on that, but they are. You're gonna pay $500 or $600 for any version of this knife, pretty much. That's a lot of money. It is a nice knife. They used great materials. It's nice. I bought mine used because it was too hard. That was another thing that made me pick the eraser over that one, is the price. I mean, that's a lot of money. But my likes, the action on this knife is it's just another one of Liong Mah's well designed and Riot knives, greatly executed knives. The action, the detent, flippability, functionality is awesome. It's super fun to fidget with, if you don't mind being looked at like a weirdo because you're sitting there flipping a 4-inch blade around. But I don't mind that, so whatever. The next thing would have to be the blade. The blade is just, it's beautiful. It makes a great slicer. These swedges that they put in it, the grind, it's just a well executed blade. The steel, everything on it is just, it's so sharp out of the box, it's not even funny. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, just those things alone make this knife, they make them great. I mean, make it very great. I know I listed more dislikes than I did likes, but this is a great knife. No, not taking anything away. That's all my opinion. That's little quirks that I found about the knife. So what I'd like to do is kind of like a rank structure. My top 5 Liong Mahs. I have 5 Liong Mahs, so I would have to say number 5 is the Nuke. Nuke, N-U-K, however you want to say it. It's a nice blade. It's D2 tool steel. It's just a more budget friendly. Well, I mean, I won't say budget friendly, but compared to his other knives, that's budget friendly. It comes in at right at $100. That's what kind of got me started with Liong Mah. Number 4, it was a tough battle. They battled at Blade HQ, and this one won at Blade HQ. The rematch, I have to say, would have to go to the XV. So the eraser will be number 4, and the XV number 3. Number 2, the GSD. Oh. This is a great knife right here. Just beautiful. As you can see, it's kind of along the same lines. And last would have to, or first place would have to go to the Lanny. The Lanny is out on loan right now. I lent it to my brother over on Jimmy Slash. I hope you take good care of my knife. I've been trying to talk this guy into getting one for like probably about 2 to 3 months now. And I think now finally, after I lent him mine, I think he gets it. I'm pretty sure he understands, yes, you do need a Lanny. The Lanny is going to be a hard one to knock off. I don't see any knives beating it anytime soon. I am going to be after a Warrior V2. in the marbled carbon fiber. I really like that look. So hopefully here before too long I have one of those to show you guys. But for now, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.